Alright guys, so this is one of those videos. One of those videos I never said I'd make, and because I don't want to come off as that kind of guy, but I'm going to be that kind of guy. I spent the last 24 hours going through videos, and I've really lagged on my videos, and I've really lagged on responding. There's actually an issue right now that I'm having, just to let you know. Like, everyone that responded to my video that I posted like yesterday or the day before, like, I actually had to go look at my video to see that anybody responded. I'm not getting email notifications. So it's making it even harder for me. Anyways, guys, whew, after catching up on videos, I saw some things that broke my heart, and I'm not going to respond to those individuals. I'm going to make a mass video. The reason why is because I'm hoping that if I make a video and you see the video, then you may respond in your own way, in your own heart, to make some changes. The seriousness of this video is in a way that you have to understand. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. My kids are going to wake up here in about a half an hour to 45 minutes. I know I got some great kids that like to sleep. I woke up early in the morning to make this video because it's so hard for me to make even my weekly videos, but it's that important to me. Some of you guys are nailing it on the head, and you are using your tool to the best of your abilities, and you're doing a great job. And occasionally you fall, but you pick yourself up and you keep moving on. But there are some of you, I actually have a list. You can't see it because it's down there. I counted 13 people that I watch videos where I am convinced that you don't get it. That you are literally letting your tool do all the work and you're not doing any of the work. Poor food choices, no exercise, it's bad. Now, why am I coming on being the quote-unquote prick? Because I've been there and I've done that. Okay, when I started my surgery, I knew how to talk the talk. And that's the thing, is I know that you guys know how to talk the talk. That's why I'm making the video. Oh, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. It's just really, it's up to me making the right decisions and the right choices. Because you've watched enough videos that you know how to talk the talk. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first went to go have surgery, we're talking even the day after surgery, I was convinced that the tool would do all the work. I'm telling you now, the tool doesn't do all the work. You have a honeymoon period. Now, everybody considers the honeymoon period different, but let me explain what I think the honeymoon period is. The honeymoon period is probably your first 6 months. We'll say for RN wires, because I'm not a lap band expert. I have a lot of friends that are lap bands, and my support group, I have a lot of lap bands, but I'm not a lap band expert, okay? And I'm definitely not a vertical sleeve expert. I'm definitely not a DS expert or anything like that. So we're sticking with what I got. But for RNY, yes, you have a period where your tool, maybe we'll say 6 months maximum, where your tool will do a pretty good amount of the work. You're still going to have to make right choices and put the right foods in you and try to make your proteins and stuff like that. But even if you didn't, you'll probably lose the weight. And the reason why I know this is because I know that there's a lot of people out there whose doctors don't really talk about protein, and they just eat whatever they want to eat. There's a lot of you guys there's a lot of people that I consider myself equals with, because they started around the same time, where they were started off on mashed potatoes as a post-op meal. It's like, really? And refried beans and stuff like that. Refried beans are the lowest quality protein that you can possibly put in your body. Even the fat-free ones. They are really junk. It's not a good protein to put in your body. If you've got to put it in your body, then do it. But it's not a good routine. But during that first period, you are going to be able to probably sit on your tuff and the surgery, because you're eating so small, the surgery will just do the work. But within about 6 months, sometimes even sooner, your body just readjusts and figures out, oh, we're just going to get less food, so we don't really need to work as hard and stuff like that. And so it adjusts and it gets used to it. I know people right now that are 4 years post-op that still have 100 pounds to lose on their goal with RNY. That's like, I know a lot of lap banders like that, but not RNYers. And those people are like wishing they could have a second chance. You don't get a second chance. Okay, you have completely and totally remade your body from the inside. You don't get part two. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are not going to the gym right now, if you're not exercising on a regular basis, you're making a mistake. If you are not doing proteins first, if you are just cooking whatever for your family and putting it in your body, you're not doing it good. You're making a huge mistake. I love you guys, okay? Every single person that I've subscribed to, I love you guys. So it's just that simple. I care about you, and so this is kind of like my daddy instinct saying, you need a spanking. So that's my wife. Now is the time for you to work out, to start a new lifestyle. That's the biggest thing, is not just to lose weight. There's so, like, even for me, I'll be honest with you, in the last 2 weeks, I've had a real wake-up call about my own life, and I'm looking too much at the weight and not enough at the progress. And what I mean is, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm healthier, and I'm back to being an athlete, which is so key for me. It's what I want. And so I'm out there training, and I'm dedicating myself to triathlon, and that's going to be what I do. That's going to be what I'm known for, is that I'm a triathlete. I mean, plain and simple. I am going to compete in triathlons. And for me, it's like, that's part of who I am. And that's my new lifestyle. And so what comes from that is what I eat and what I do and the activity that I bring into my life is so key to making me a triathlete. It is not going to happen by me eating crap. And I'll be honest with you, I eat crap sometimes. Okay? And that's why I like this community. Because sometimes by listening to you guys eat crap, I realize that I eat worse crap. I have a rule in my life. And it's a rule that I've been steadfast with for about the last 4 years. Before I ever do something like this that I'm doing to you, I look inward, and I look upward, and then I'll look outward. Because I make sure that there's not something wrong with me, that there's not an issue going on with me first. And then I ask God, and I say, listen, this is your chance. Am I missing something? And then after that, then I look outward, and I start saying, you know what? People around me have to make choices and changes. And so that's why I never go, hey man, that's the bad stuff to put in your belly. Why? Because I probably do worse than you. So, but along the way, what I've decided is, it's not so much about the goals. It's not so much about anything else, but just living the life. And I mean, I want to be, so I can go to any store and buy clothes. That's not a bad goal, But thinking that I'm going to be 150 when I'm a 6'1" tall man, and and I'm putting muscle on me, not to the extent I'd like to. I look like that big guns. But I've got to figure it out. So guys, some people have unrealistic expectations. Um, I saw one person that wants to lose a 10-year-old child in 4 weeks. Really? Like, you know, guys, just move forward and get a clue. I mean, I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be a butthole. I'm really not. And this is what these are really hard for me doing this video. But I just hope that I want to see everybody put this on their wall, everybody post it and everything else. Because if you have a lot, I don't have a ton of weight loss surgery people. I have maybe like 5. So I don't know that I'll be posting it to my wall. But like if you have like Facebook pages or whatever that are like mainly just for your weight loss and just weight loss people join your page, post this to your page. Because I'm not trying to be a total butthole, but I think I just love too much. And I want to give some spankings. I've heard some excuses recently like, well, it's easy because you have people like Becca and Becky and Wendy. You have these people that they're single or they're married but they got no kids and blah 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 blah. You got people that don't have a job and everything else. Well, I'm going to tell you something. All right, I am a stay-at-home dad, but I also have a business. Okay, and I run a website. I am in my I'm a part of my church worship team, which is not just one of those like, oh, you just do whatever. I dedicate myself to it. I have another channel, which I haven't done much with, but answer a lot of emails. I play music, but also I've got 2 kids. I've got a baby, and I've got a 4-year-old. All right, I've got a wife, and I'm telling you right now, I've got a lot of duties. I've got date nights I've got to do. I've got with all of them, because I take all of them on dates. All my girls get pursued just as much as my wife gets pursued. And so my girls and I, we go out on dates too, individually. So if they know that they're loved and they know they're pursued. So I've got those kind of things. But what I do, I dedicate myself to the gym, and I dedicate myself to working out and running and everything else. You can find a happy medium. You can't blame it on your circumstance. Oh, I come home from work, I'm tired. Tired because you don't do anything. All you're doing is work. Let me tell you something. It's just like when I go on a run. If I run 5K for a month and I'm still coming in at the same time, it means I'm not pushing myself. I'm not going to the next level, and I'm probably not getting as much benefit out of it. So I've got to push the runs. I've got to try to beat the last time. And so if you're coming home from work and you're pooped, well, I guess got news for you. You're always going to be pooped when you come home from work. But maybe you'd be a little less pooped if you worked out some. And you started getting some exercise in your life. You started to change your lifestyle so that your body knows, well, I can't be pooped because now I got to go work out. So I don't have a choice. Everybody has a bad day, and you need to take a day off. That's fine. Some of you guys are taking months off. I don't want to see that. Like, I want to see you try. And unfortunately, there's some people out there putting up videos that are saying like, oh, no big deal. Like, if you don't work out, you don't have to be a big buff per athlete and all this kind of stuff. Okay, that's fine. But you know what? Some of you guys it's like, give them a penny, they'll make it a dollar, or whatever the saying is. I don't know, give them a dime, dollar, or whatever. But it's like, for me, in the old days, if you told me, you don't have to wake up and spend time with Jesus every morning, because remember, I'm Christian. You don't have to spend time with Jesus every morning. I got news for you. Within a month, I will never spend time with Jesus again, because I won't feel the pressure to make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing. And so I'll fall. If someone comes up to me and they're like, you don't have to date your girls all the time, I got news for you. Within 2 months, my girls will never go on a date night again. Like, that's just the way I am. So you've got to change your attitudes so that you can change your lifestyle so that you can be a success. Because I got news for you. Just because you reach your goal weight doesn't mean you're a success. Okay, I still struggle with food issues. I just have to make the right choices. I know now I could go to McDonald's and order a burger and probably eat it and not get sick. Okay? But does that mean I'm going to go to McDonald's and try a burger? Heck no. I'm staying away from that crap. Okay? You will eventually be able to eat more. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? There are times when I eat something and I'm like, I should have measured this meal out. I had no idea I could do that. You know, you'll learn little quirks to being able to eat a large meal. You'll learn those subconsciously. I know that I can eat, get full, and if I don't immediately get rid of my food or take the salt shaker and dump the salt out all over my food, if I don't immediately do that, then I will subconsciously, because I'm always done before everybody else because I can't eat anything, I will subconsciously start eating on my food again after maybe 10-15 minutes because it will start to pass and it will start to go through, and then my stomach will kind of start to let some of that go through and everything. And so I clear the pouch out and I can put a little bit more in. Oops. So I've had to start fighting my subconscious. You will find that, okay? I'm almost a year out now. I've got one more month and I'm a year out. And I'm telling you right now, you've got to get control of yourself now. You got to start doing something. If your family wants hamburger helper for dinner, tough. If you're making dinner, make something better. And they're going to have to live with it. I don't care unless your husband beats you or your wife beats you, and mine does. Mine beats me on a regular occasion. But they get what you get. Make healthy meals for them too. Okay? Like, don't feed them crap just because that's what they want. Okay? They allowed you to put your life on the line for a surgery. The best thing that they can do is eat a little bit better too. This has been a public service announcement by Staley. I apologize for offending you. You can cuss me out later. Bye.